Hello everyone, I'm Mallory Gore, and today I'm going to be going over my SWOT analysis. I will be talking about my strengths, my education, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, how I am as a communicator, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. I am running as a candidate for a position as an SLPA at All on Board Speech, and I think that this presentation will allow you all to see who I am as a business professional. Who am I as a communicator? Well, I'm a very good listener. As important as it is to communicate in this world, it also is important to listen to others. It is very good to have advice, but in order to make changes to whatever you're doing as a professional, you have to sit down and listen. I'm also a good leader. I'm able to give tasks to others, and people do respect me in that. This has been in my SLPA undergrad. I've had experience where we will have to get in group projects and people look to me as the leader of how to split up the work and etc. I'm also an effective communicator. I'm able to get my point across in a very respectful way. As an effective communicator, it is very important to not be pushy or come across as bossy, but therefore making people feel very important in whatever they are doing. My skills. I'm very familiar with social media. I actually started the Columbia College SLP program social media page. Therefore, I have learned more and more about social media, and I've looked to other SLP social media pages so that I can build on our Columbia College one and that it can be the absolute best that it can be. I love to spotlight professors and students and alums and just allow people to know who we are as a program as they decide whether or not to come to our program. This is kind of a fun skill. I can teach dance. I have taught dance at Vacation Bible School at my church for actually 6 years now. And I just adore getting to hang out with the children and getting to teach them these dances and just allow them to grow in their religious views. That has been a really great opportunity for me. I'm also very comfortable with children. I've had experience in babysitting, Vacation Bible School. I've been an SLP intern at All on Board Speech Company. I am also a children's hospital volunteer, and I will elaborate on some of these skills a little later. My experience, I was an intern for an SLP company called All on Board Speech. I was a babysitter for ages 6 months to 10 years old. This started around probably early high school and has continued all the way through my college career. I have been a Sunday school teacher, and by being a Sunday school teacher, you have to plan crafts, lesson plans. Therefore, I'm very familiar with having to plan things as when I get in my SLP career. I have also been a NISHLA chair, so back in my SLPA undergrad program at Columbia College, I was in charge of fundraising, and I actually created the first ever retail shop so that NISHLA could fundraise items. That was a really great opportunity, and it just allowed us as a program to kind of come together and have some of the same shirts and sweatshirts, and which was kind of fun, but also be able to fundraise at the same time. And we were able to reach out to alums and professors there and just other SLPs, and that was a really great experience. And I got some business professional experience through that because I had to email back and forth for about 3 months with a man over at University Tees, which is what I used. So that was a good experience. I also was a USC Dance Marathon volunteer. I have a heart for kids and for the healthcare field, and so this was right up my alley. I did this back when I was at USC studying nursing at the time, before I came over to Columbia College, and I just adore Dance Marathon and what it does for children's hospitals and how much money we are able to raise every single year, and I still love to donate to that program. So that was a great experience. And lastly, I was a children's hospital volunteer, and I still am. I get to play with children for periods of time, so they may be having a any kind of medical issue, and we are able to go in there and just kind of change their attitude and how their day is going, by just playing with them and just allowing them to be a normal child. So that's been a true heartwarming experience in my life. Education, I went to Columbia College. I have my Columbia College Bachelor of Arts 2017-2021 degree. And moving forward to my SWOT analysis, we'll be going over strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So some strengths about me. I have experience working with children and adults throughout my undergrad, especially graduate schools when I got to work with adults, but undergrad was with children. And so that's been a really great experience, and I'm proud to say a strength of mine. I'm friendly and outgoing. I am personable. Parents, children, anyone can ask me anything, and I just want to come across as, yes, the professional I am, but also their friend and their resource that they can use when they may feel uncomfortable, because not all situations are the same. I am very approachable, kind of goes along with personable, and I have a very strong work ethic. I have found this through my undergrad program at Columbia College that I have a hard time sometimes putting down my work because I want it to get done, or I want it to be done in such a good way that I kind of go over the top. So that is one of my strengths. Moving forward, my weaknesses. Of course, not everyone likes to talk about their weaknesses, but here we go. I am kind of shy when giving presentations and being in front of large groups. I like to have my notes in front of me and things like that. So that is a weakness that I hope to improve on when I get further into my professional career. So that is something I will work on. Being too hard on myself, that's kind of a weakness. Kind of goes along with a good, strong work ethic. It's good at times, but also when you're trying to relax and have family time or other things, I'm probably too hard on myself and just need to put the books and the work away. And I can be a procrastinator sometimes. I am not always, I guess I don't always get things done at a perfect rate, but I always get them done before the date. So that is something that I could work on to more so plan ahead. And I have an agenda, so I definitely need to work on that better. Opportunities. This will be my first home health job, and I will get to work with children in low-income areas who really need the care. And this is very important in a lot of areas. Many towns and rural areas, they don't have speech language pathologists, and so the fact that I can be that person who provides them that care is just such a treasure to me, and I just can't wait to be that person. And lastly, this could lead me to possibly start my own home health company one day, which I would really, really like to do. That will take some research and some further education in the business realm, but I hope that, I guess through my experience with being fundraising chair and having to deal with the guy at University Tees and having all that business connection, it really made me realize I like that part of SLP as well. So I hope that could be another opportunity. And lastly is threats. So technology used during some of the therapy sessions, such as laptops to take notes on at the end of a session. This could be a little complicated for me. I haven't quite mastered the whole, it's like you only have 15 minutes at the end of a session, and sometimes when you are distracted with, like the child and the parent asking you questions, and you might run out of time, or that's why it's so important in speech to be, very like to have a schedule what you're going to do that day, because time just goes so quickly when you're doing a therapy session. And so I just hope that that won't be a threat, but it possibly could at first, and that I can get past that by just practicing and having more experience. And lastly, ACC device. I'm not very familiar with these. I know in home health we are to go in and teach families and of course the child how to use these. So I just hope that I can get better experience with that, and that I am able, that again, that won't be a threat, but that I can get past that and just learn how to do all these things well and to the best of my ability, and so that it will benefit the child and their family. And that is actually the end of my SWOT analysis presentation. I really appreciate you all listening, and I'm just very excited to have the opportunity to be a speech language pathologist and hopefully impact as many lives as I can one day, and that I will just further my professional career and continue to learn more and more, and that I will succeed in my goals. And I thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed learning more about me. Thank you.